Okay, Ken Ho. Hi, Ken Ho. I'm your teacher I'm Madam Ross. Okay, hi, I'm Madam Ross here. We'll be taking you right up to PSLE. All right, okay. Okay, let me just go back here. Okay, what are collocations, right? Basically, they are words that exist side by side. It's always certain words, right, that exist together. So I give you some examples of collocations. This one you normally find in every day of your life. So just give you some examples of a list of collocations, right? So just certain words, for example, just put on A here, okay? I'll just close this. Okay, so above average. We know the word above average means you are slightly above, better, right? Better than the average people. Absolutely necessary. Abuse drugs. So these are words that we normally use. They would come together. Okay, abuse of power, accept this defeat, accept a challenge, accept an apology. So there are many words in English. Accept responsibility, that are collocations. Basically, the words, right, come together. So comprehension cloze, you normally will see this in the question. So dash a goal or dash suspiciously, right? So depending on the context, the answer will be act suspiciously, action movie, so etc. There are quite a lot of them. All right. So it's FYIU, what's collocations. Next, contextual clues. I think you know this one. You need to find the clues and you draw your arrows. You've been doing this from primary 4, I'm so sure. They also test you on connectors. Antonyms are actually opposites, and then you can look at groupings. All right, or they can also test you on idioms, okay, and sometimes proverb. All right, so you need to know some proverbs, some idioms, so that it makes sense. So for example, cry over spilt milk. So spilt milk, how to spell spilt? Is it split? Some people don't know how to spell spilt. They spell like split, right? So you have to know some of your idioms there, okay, because they can have that in your close passage. And then referring backward and forward. Okay, let's move now. If I'm going too fast, please tell me. I will slow down for you, but I will not go so fast, obviously, because we need to go through thoroughly, right? Mother Teresa, you know who's Mother Teresa, right? She's a noble lady. Okay, Mother Teresa passed away on 5th December 1997. Why is it passed away? I think you know. You can't say pass on because the word on is already here, so you cannot repeat the word on here, right? So it's passed away on. So how do we know? You draw your arrows. Please draw your arrows. If you have a hard copy, you can draw your arrows. If you don't have your hard copy, you just learn it together. Is it all right? People all over the world mourned her passing, because if somebody passed away, you mourn. Mourn means you are in grief, Grief, meaning you are crying and you're very sad because somebody passed away. Mourn is sad, but the meaning is very sad, but it's only specifically used for death. Can you understand that? It's only for death, okay? Then you use the word mourn. Because she was such an enormous inspiration. Even after her death, there are people everywhere continuing the work that Mother Teresa started years ago. So what you can do is you can underline this part. This one here goes to show that it is continuing. It is still going on, right? So the answer is continuing. I hope so far you can get 3 correct. If you have any other answers, please tell me. Then we can consider. Is it okay? You can talk to me. Fine. Chat. Who is this? How about resuming? Which one for which number? Resuming, is it? Resuming the work. There are people everywhere resuming the work. No. We say continue because resume means you stop and then you go back and do it, right? So and she has to resume it. It's not you go and resume. So I think the better answer will be continuing. All right, but good try though. We go on. From Mother Teresa was born in Albania in 1910. Her real name was Agnes. From a young age, hold on. Grieved. Grieved, is it? For this one, is it? Over the world, grieved her passing. Grieved her passing. We keep it to mourned. Grieved her passing. Mourned. Usually when you pass away, right, people would mourn for you. Okay? Like collocations, remember? Collocation, we keep to that. Okay? We go on. Her parents taught her and her siblings the importance of being charitable, kind, or caring. All right, so any of these 3 is correct. Any other answers? Joy, hold on, I take attendance because they will ask for attendance. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Where's my attendance? Joy. Let me see. Hi, Joy. I'm Madam Ross here. Joy. That's Joy. Joy, right? Joy is which one? Can you tell me your name here? Okay, y'all like to chat. I wrote generous. Wait, is there a Joy here? Stella, I have. Joy, I don't have it. Okay, never mind. I just keep it like that. Fine. Okay, sorry about that. I go back here. So the question was, wait a minute. Okay, generous, is it? For her siblings, importance of being generous can accept. Because in the importance of being generous, charitable, kind, caring, can accept. We go on next. Okay. Mother Teresa passed away, done already. Okay, next. Her mother taught her by example. Okay, so it's by example. Why? Because okay, see, you taught by example, right? This is just a collocation. This is just something you just have to remember. Okay, often welcoming the poor or sick. So see, welcoming the poor and the sick. So therefore, this goes to go back. When we go back, welcoming poor and sick, right? So it is here. If you want to talk about linking, because it's a PowerPoint slide, right? So for this one here, where's the link? The link is in the next paragraph, which is welcoming poor or sick into their home. Okay, Mother Teresa was also taught, because it's taught by example, right? So taught again the importance of religion. Peter, Vera, Peter, is there a Peter here? Where did they come from? They don't have a Peter. This is a Peter, right? Okay, there's no Peter here. Never mind. Question number can be appreciate. You not my attendance. Sure. Sarah. Okay, Ken. Thank you. Ken. Thanks. Can it be appreciate? Hold on. Sure. Hi, everybody. Appreciate, is it? Which number is that? Appreciate is which one? Thought here, is it? Are you asking me for being appreciate is which number? You're asking me. Because I'm still at thought here. Somebody asked me, can it be appreciate? Was also a taught the importance of religion, right? As a child, she enjoyed going to church, even joining the choir and learning how to play a musical instrument because it's a mandolin. If you look at mandolin here, right? Wait, looks like that. Okay, that's a mandolin. Rare, right? You use this. I have never, very nice looking thing. I don't play guitar, but it looks like, yeah, this is mandolin. If you're playing this, then that's a very interesting, it's a very interesting thing to go and play an instrument. Okay, we go on. In India, Mother Teresa had the first glimpse. Anything else or not? Glimpse of the poverty or the people around her. Why do we say glimpse? Because her first, okay, this is another collocation where glimpse is something that you don't like really stare at it. You just see it first time. Usually glimpse means a fast look, fleeting look, fast look. All right. She started off as a teacher. So what you can do is you can draw arrow there. Of the poverty around her, she started off as a teacher, and the young children loved her for her kindness and patience. Anything else? Because kindness and patience will be loved. I wait for a while. Are you all right? So far, so good. If you have the hard copy, you can draw the arrows, right? Then you see where you can derive the answer from. Again, Perez, yeah, okay, Ken. I thought I've already. Sometimes, like yesterday, my students' Wi-Fi, right, wasn't very good, so he had to go out in and out several times. So if that happens to you, it's fine. I already marked your attendance. Okay. Next, she even took care of those who were sick, right? I think this one is a given. This one is a collocation. Mother Teresa felt that she had to do more. What she really wanted to do was to care for the poorest of the poor, people who were cast aside. Cast aside means they're ignored by the society, or rather, the society do not want them there. Okay, so cast aside. Just remember that. Okay, Ken, sorry, that was admin. She understood that to help them, she had to experience or live their life. Anything else or not? Okay, she had to experience their life. So you can draw your arrow over here. Okay, she was willing to sacrifice all she had. Right? Any other answers besides sacrifice? Not. Okay, because Bunshan, okay, Ken. Hold on, did I wait a minute? Wait a minute. Bunshan, yeah, done already. Kiara, sorry, so if I haven't take your attendance, please tell me, because it's very clear that I put it there. I put change their life. Okay, change their life. Can let me have a look. Okay, she was willing to change their life. Is it? She had to change their life. No, experience. Because she had to, because to go through, to understand, to be empathetic is to put yourself right in the person's shoes. So it is to experience it. Number 13, do for 13. Okay, she was willing to do all that she had to. No, okay, sacrifice is a better answer. All right, she ate only rice because that was all the poor could afford. So what you can do is you can draw your arrow from she ate only rice. The poor could only afford this. All right, she went for medical training. How do we know it's medical? Because she wanted to be a nurse, and being a nurse is in the medical line, right? Healthcare. So therefore, medical training. Are you okay? You have to go through some kind of medical training to be a nurse. It's a specific role, right? You have to play. So okay, I wait for you, because I think some people may be drawing your arrows and all that. Important for your PSLE, draw your arrows. Your teacher would emphasize this in school. Remember, there are some specific prepositions that you have to remember, like cast aside, right? There are certain collocations that you have to memorize, and don't forget, please, if you have if your teacher has been giving you the idiom booklet, right, or idiom booklet, etc. in school, please go memorize some of those, because they can be asked. You can be like honesty is the best dash. So honesty is the best policy. So if you know that phrase, or you know the proverb, and you know if you know that those idioms, if they ask you, they have a dash there, you can answer it. Is it okay? Because that's very common for PSLE papers. Okay, I go on to the next one. If I'm going too fast, just tell me, Madam Ross, stop. Okay, can? Okay, so these are your answers in case you miss out just now. All right, in case, because I won't be repeating this again. All right, so you can just note this down. If let's say you just came by and yeah, just quickly write it down. Because whatever that I've written just now, we have all the arrows, etc. All right. Okay, this one also, they will upload whatever that I go through with you, right? Whatever I've annotated, I pass it to the admin. So admin will put it up so you can have a look at it. All right. Okay, the answer scheme. Next one. Your spelling, people. If let's say you spell wrongly, you know it's 0. You have to be very careful with your spelling. Just want to know. I'm just curious. Okay. Anybody with 10 and above can get 10 and above. If you can get 10 and above, that's very good, right? Okay, great. So if you can get 10 and above, that's very good. You keep it up, right? Okay, Ken, let's move on. This one is synthesis and transformation. There are many types of questions for synthesis and transformation. So what are the questions? So you see here, knowledge and skills of a sentence, right? Sentence manipulation at sentence level 10. Question 3, can it be appreciate? Hold on, I go back to question 3 since somebody is asking. Question 3, let me see. Appreciate, is it? There are people everywhere appreciate the work. Appreciating, is it? It's more of continuing, because after her death, right? Even after her death, there are people everywhere continuing the work that Mother Teresa started years ago. Okay, so she started this, and it still continues. All right. Yep. So it needs to be a gerund here. Okay, can. Next one. Structures required for sentence manipulation. Reported speech, I think you would know this. Your teacher would have gone through. What class changes? What class changes, for example, noun change to verb, or verb change to noun. Okay. This one also revision we will do. Passive voice from active to passive to active, right? Verb phrases, clef structure, comparison, connectors of condition, connectors of addition and contrast, meaning, you know what, the yet and but, however, yeah. Connectors of choice, if, example, preference, purpose and result, because, right? Connectors of reason, time sequence, and the WH clauses. The WH clauses will be the relative pronouns also, right? For example, which, who, whom, which, whom, who and whom. Sometimes people get confused also, and that. All right. So we're doing 5 today. Okay. Although the task was very difficult to complete, Melanie completed it. So first you see the sentence, right? The sentence, or first you see the sentences. Then you look at the clauses. So it was with great